We can't catch the powerful perverts in our country. You know what? Hundreds of kids going missing. You know, month after month, hundreds of kids are going missing, and we can't find, you know, or charge these powerful perverts that's in our government. Like, come on now. These people trying to save face, and it is what it is. It's a coping mechanism because they don't know how to sell the shit to MAGA. I mean, yes, a lot of them are dumb, but it ain't hard to catch on. It ain't hard to catch on. So MAGA is down bad. They finally realized that they are dumbasses, and I don't know what took them so long to realize that they were the idiots, you know, all along. I don't know what made them think that they was the smart ones, and I'm not saying that they should have voted for Kamala Harris. I'm saying that they shouldn't engage with electoral politics at all. You guys have all the critiques for the deep state, and all of these people are monsters and perverts and rapists and all this and that, but you don't think the people on the other side are. You think one side is good and the other side is bad. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys.
It is enraged.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? We have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
So we're stupid. Yeah. we're the fucking idiots, guys. That is, I think, what is enraging people right now is it's insulting our intelligence. Like, obviously the intelligence community is trying to cover it up. Obviously the Trump administration is trying to cover up. Something changed because they ran on this idea of exposing it all. All these guys had great ideas. Cockeyed Cash, Dan Bongino.
He had clips, dog. He had bars.
He was ready to tear it all down. He was ready to tear down the entire FBI office.
Shut down the Hoover building day one.
Day one.
That bitch still standing.
And then he goes on Joe Rogan and he's like, listen, do you think if I had it, I wouldn't share it with you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I do believe that 100%, especially when you're staring at me like this, telling me that. Once you protect pedophiles, you are the most cockeyed person in the entire world.
So one of two things, in my mind, is possible. One, you're covering it up. Or two, nothing really happened and you exploited the rape of thousands of children to get your man elected. So which one do you want here?
Jordan, thank you for the $50 towards the giveaway. But it was a couple of videos like that where they like, oh, we're the dumbasses, we fell for this and blah, 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 blah. First of all, I don't believe Andrew give a fuck about catching pedophiles. Andrew is a racist. Andrew has been with MAGA for a minute now. I think that all of these people are just trying to save face, you know, for the audience that is catching on, for MAGA that is catching on, because there's a lot of them that is pissed off, and rightfully so. You guys said that you was gonna catch these people, and you know, y'all pushed this, y'all pushed Democrats to be the face of the Epstein client list when, you know, knowing it was a bipartisan thing. I don't think they give a fuck about any of that. They just trying to save face, like, oh, they lied to us. Like I said, we are all grown here. We are all over 18. I'm pretty sure. I hope you're over 18 watching me. And watching Andrew. You can't sit here and be sad that some politicians lied to you. You can't be like, oh man, I can't believe they lied to me. I can't believe a group of politicians lied to me. Like, no, you voted for Trump because you know you was going to get some tax breaks. You know, all your motherfuckers rich. Y'all gonna, you know, y'all know he's gonna protect the rich. That's why you voted for him. You ain't vote for him to protect no children. You know, you ain't vote for him because he said he was gonna give people more rights. He was gonna get people out of prison. You know, whatever the hell it may be. Like 2016 Trump, he was talking about, you know, Medicare for all. I remember he came to Michigan and said something about that. You know, you're talking about bringing the jobs back. Y'all ain't vote for him for none of that shit. Y'all vote for him because he said he was going to take care of the rich. Because he said he was going to take care of your class, and that's why you voted. But don't, like, miss me with that bullshit. Acting like Miss me with that bullshit, bro. But a lot of these influencers are down bad. A lot of these MAGA influencers, they like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And some of them just like, oh, well, we just need to move on and just focus on this. Let's focus on the brown people over here that's threatening your rights and threatening your freedom. Let's focus on these people over here. Like, no. We can do two things at once. This is what MAGA crowd is saying. They saying, like, look, I can hate brown people and want pedophiles to be locked up at the same time, and they don't know how to cope with their audience. They don't know how to sell this to the audience that the FBI have called them and told them to lay off the story. If you think I'm lying, I'm pretty sure Nick just shared the story about this. The FBI have been calling these podcasters and told them to lay off of Jeffrey Epstein. If we got that call, you guys would know. If we got that call, you guys would know, because they wouldn't just call us about Jeffrey Epstein, but podcasters are controlled. There is no such thing as independent media, especially when you are backed by the machine. You know, you call yourself independent media because you're not under the wing of CNN or whatever fucking may be, Fox News, but you're still getting paid by the same people who pay them. So you're not free. You know, you're not free to express how you really feel about these things, and the audience is catching on. The audience is catching on. So it's just funny to see all these people like they're like fish out of water. They just flap it. Would you even tell us, Rome? Hell yeah, I tell. I'm like, look, the FBI told me I can't talk about Jeffrey Epstein anymore. That's what I just say that. You know, I wouldn't lie to my audience and try to be like, you know what, guys, this is just a waste of time. Yeah, okay, well, we can't catch all the real powerful perverts. We can't catch the powerful perverts in our country. You know what? Hundreds of kids going missing. You know, month after month, hundreds of kids are going missing, and we can't find, you know, or charge these powerful perverts that's in our government. Like, come on now. These people trying to save face, and it is what it is. It's a coping mechanism because they don't know how to sell the shit to MAGA. I mean, yes, a lot of them are dumb, but it ain't hard to catch on. It ain't hard to catch on. So, hey, it is what it is. Shit, because are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein, this creep? Like, yeah, nigga, you told me you was going to get that nigga locked up. You told me you was about to get this nigga locked up, and then you like, why y'all still talking about this? And I know we talked about this in the last stream. It's just funny to me how it's just funny to me how they just like, let's just move on. After years on years, like Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and et cetera, et cetera. And I know people are always going to come to me because I'm black. They always think I'm a Democrat, where I voted for Democrats. They're going to be like, well, Obama and them was in it. I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck who's on that list. I don't give a fuck who's on that list. I don't care who's on that client list. Lock them all up. You know, I'm not about to make excuses for fucking Bill Clinton. He should have been locked up anyway. He should have been locked up for what he did to the black communities. Like, yeah, lock his ass the fuck up. Oh yeah, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all for coming in. If you missed Chris, you can just rewind it. We was chopping the shits in the beginning of the video, probably like 10 minutes into the actual live. But thank you all for coming in. Have y'all seen that? Pete, thank you for that $20. Have y'all seen that that lawsuit that got dropped or something like that? Defamation about France first lady saying that she's transgender and the courts didn't take it up or something like that. I'm like, oh man, that's a spicy story. I don't think it's up to me to speak on, but I'm like, whoa. That'd be dope though. Even though I don't fuck with France, but I think him tapping into that and be like, yeah, you know, my wife is transgender. What the fuck y'all gonna say? I'll lean into it. Sorry, y'all. I'm thinking Pete real quick because I don't know where it came from. Damn, moving too fast. But that would have been, yeah, I would have linked into it. But hey, it is what it is. You know, Trump's on there. He admitted to inspect a women wardrobe during the idol pageant. Yeah, I talked about that last time. Trump, we all know Trump is weird. All these motherfuckers is weird, bro. That's why they like, man, look, if I go down, you go down. You're like, we gotta protect each other. Like that shit is bipartisan, bro. That client list is bipartisan. They know there's a whole bunch of people on there. I believe Trump just said that it will hurt a whole bunch of powerful people. And people like, okay, but really he talking about me. Like it's gonna talk, it means me. And what's so crazy is, let me share my screen with you guys. I seen this yesterday. This July 8th. Epstein victim says her friend has a tape of Donald Trump having sex with many girls recorded by Jeffrey Epstein. Look like they forgot a couple of whistleblowers. Jeffrey Epstein kept blackmail videos that showed Donald Trump having sex with many girls supplied by him, according to the latest bombshell claims and newly unsealed court documents. And the latest dump of papers made public last year are emails sent by Epstein victim Sarah Ransom to communist Marine Callahan in 2016. At the time, Callahan worked for the New York Post and was reporting on Epstein. Ransom claimed that in those emails that Trump had sex with many girls, including a friend of hers who is not named, who says she also slept with Bill Clinton and Virgin billionaire Richard Branson. In 2016 email, Epstein victim Sarah Ransom told Maureen Callahan that her friend had sex with Trump, Clinton, and Richard Branson. She claimed Epstein took videos of their encounters, that she had seen the footage. Ransom claimed Trump did this during sex. It's some stuff that he was doing. So Donald Trump flicking and sucking her nipples until they were raw. One evening when we were showering together, she showed me her nipples. They looked incredibly painful as they were red and swollen. I remember winching when I looked at them. I also, motherfucker. I also know she had sexual relations with Trump at Jeffrey's New York mansion on regular occasions, as I once met Jean for coffee just before she was going to meet Trump and Epstein together at his mansion. So this is what we were saying, the difference from the flight logs and the actual client list. So Trump can say, yeah, I've never been to Epstein's house, but we know y'all was doing this on U.S. soil also. Like y'all wasn't just flying out there every time to, you know, jump on your prey. Like you guys were doing this all around America. I know you were. And especially I know Trump hotels. I know Trump probably did this all over his hotels, and that's why he's afraid of that client list coming out, because they're going to see his name on there. And with the new whistleblowers, well, not new whistleblowers, I guess the whistleblowers that's speaking up again, that's coming out, we are, we see what the future holds. We'll see what the future holds. Is she going to jump off a balcony? Is she going to get into a car accident? Who knows? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Nah, not to be insensitive, but that's what it seems like it happens every time somebody come out. Every time somebody come out and said, hey, they take advantage of us when we was teenagers. I'm not suicidal. They end up dying some way. It's just crazy. But the lengths that these people will go to protect themselves, Democrats and Republicans. Obama too, all of them. Every last one of these people are sick. And they just lie like we don't have them in pictures and videos and all kind of shit. Like Prince Andrew, I was never at those parties. Well, what you doing at this party? Oh yeah, I party sometime. Like what the fuck, y'all? They just they want y'all to be dumb. They're like, I hope they don't catch on to this shit. And some people falling for it, because whatever they say goes. Like it is a cult. Let's not act like it isn't. It is a cult.